What would you do if you encountered these while camping?
Okay. Whoa, bear. Whoa!
Our first video is from the YouTube channel Grumpy MTB, which focuses on mountain biking and outdoor adventures. In December 2022, the creator was riding alone on a quiet countryside trail in the UK when he stumbled upon something surprising that even you watching couldn't have guessed. Let's take a look.
Please stop! Okay. Get your dogs off me! Jesus Christ!
It's not them, it's the puppies!
Fucking... You gotta get control of these fucking dogs!
Get out of the way! Come here! Just hit him! Get off!
Stop it!
Fucking hell!
Get off, you stupid! No, stop, get! No, you there! Get off!
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Sorry, I think you'll be it's gonna need me a bit more than sorry.
The situation escalated so quickly that he couldn't escape on his horse. However, by remaining still, he reduced the likelihood of a chase. In such a situation, encountering multiple animals can be unpredictable, as they tend to react to each other's movements. By choosing to stay put instead of fleeing, he likely prevented the situation from worsening. This encounter demonstrated how quickly a typical outdoor activity can turn unpredictable. Ultimately, control was regained, and the dogs were pulled back, eliminating the immediate threat and allowing the rider to safely continue his adventure. Although he wasn't severely injured, he felt shaken by how rapidly the situation escalated and will likely remember this day for a long time. Many riders venture deep into forest trails on their dirt bikes, often expecting to encounter wildlife such as deer or bears, or even the soft rustle of small animals in the underbrush. However, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I always emphasize how it's not the wild we should be cautious of, but fellow human beings like me and you. That was exactly what the riders in this video encountered. Let's watch it together. Although the video itself from the YouTube channel Broppers provided no information or description of this encounter. However, let's analyze it to the best of our knowledge. As soon as the attack occurred, one of the riders quickly rode away, likely to create distance or seek help. But he probably realized that leaving a friend in trouble behind is not a wise thing to do, which was why he chose to return to the scene. Secondly, if you look through the comment section of the video, you'll notice that some viewers are suggesting that the encounter was fake and staged, and it's hard to completely dismiss their concerns. The reason behind the altercation was not disclosed. and the sudden appearance of the driver to confront the riders seems suspicious. However, one of the riders claimed that the man was the owner of the property. Could this be the reason for the attack? This encounter left viewers with more questions than answers. Was he really the owner of the land? Or was something else happening in that remote location? Was the man reported to the police, and did the riders manage to get out of the situation unharmed? In a video uploaded on October 26, 2021, by the YouTube channel Another German Lost in the Canadian Wilderness, the creator and a friend were exploring a remote area in northern Labrador, Canada, during a portage. While walking over a hill, they had no idea something was lurking miles behind them until one of them turned around and noticed it.
A voyageur is always looking for his boat. Oh, a voyageur carries his canoe as much as it's carrying him.
Yes.
Whew. A voyageur always gets eaten by the box. Oy, oy, oy. That's pretty good already, I guess.
Not bad. Whoa, 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 bear, bear.
Whoa!
Hey! Nope. Hey, 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 go. Go, bear. Go. Hey! Hey, go, bear. Hey, go, bear. Hey! Hey, get going! Bear! Should we walk towards it?
I don't think so.
Hey!
Both explorers quickly tried to create distance between themselves and the bear, while shouting loudly in an attempt to scare it away. But instead of running off, the bear remained where it was. What made this encounter so disturbing was that they were far from the nearest town, with no immediate help available and no backup plan. If the bear had charged at them instead of staying put, the outcome could have been very different. This encounter highlights the importance of being vigilant at all times. Imagine if the creator's friend hadn't checked behind him and the bear had attacked unexpectedly. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, but thankfully, that wasn't the case. Eventually, the bear left, allowing them to continue their adventure, and I'm sure it made them more aware of their surroundings. On December 14th, 2025, two urban explorers from the YouTube channel 2Swag, known for exploring abandoned and dangerous locations, traveled to the coast of Sicily, Italy to investigate a large abandoned ship. However, what began as a straightforward exploration quickly took a tense turn.
Holy crap, this boat is freaking huge.
Yeah, it's tilting. It's tilting into the water.
Come on, full force, let's go. Uh-oh. I think that's security, dude. Dude, that's a brand new generator. Dude, that's actually security, I think.
Yeah.
I'm so serious.
Why the f
We're barricaded in.
Yeah, they're all workers, they have headgear on and shit.
You can see him.
The ship they thought was abandoned was actually busy with workers, showing it was an active industrial site. They tried to reach the upper levels without being seen, but things almost got out of hand.
Hello. Ciao. Can we not be here? Hello.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Ma chi siete?
English?
Ma che ci fate qua?
Tourist.
Tourist?
Oh,
sta con questo video! Bongo! Vedete Giulio qua? Sta facendo video, dice Simone, non fammi sto ragazzi.
Hello.
Sta facendo video. Ma come siete entrati?
English?
No English!
What are you doing qui?
Oh, picture.
Video. Oh, no?
No, okay.
No video!
Will you take pictures? Tourists?
Sorry, sir.
No.
Oh, no? Okay.
How the fuck you got here? From where they came?
Where are you? The
How
raft.
you get here?
With the raft.
With the raft?
We got a raft and we rode all the way out.
But you cannot get on board.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not allowed. United States, right there.
Like onto the boat or like?
Are you guys filming?
Yeah.
Have you taken photos?
No. We have a few, but like no.
Please delete them now.
Okay.
They
Well,
came for filming. So please show me what you have taken as photos.
he's calling the cops. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. We should have just left. Okay, go. Just throw all your shit on, let's go. Alright, where's the car? Go. Just cut the fucking rope. We're sorry. We're leaving. A knife? Yeah. No, dude, god damn it. We're leaving.
The workers confronted the explorers and insisted that they delete their footage, threatening to call the police. The explorers managed to escape, but the situation raises questions about what was happening on the ship. Were they simply trespassing, or did they stumble upon something they shouldn't have recorded? What do you think about this? A group of hunters and their dogs went into a Scandinavian forest to find a wild boar. After a while, the dogs trapped one, but when a hunter approached to catch it, something surprising happened. That was quick. The hunter got a minor injury but was lucky it wasn't worse, since others have had more serious injuries. This close call highlights how quickly a hunt can turn dangerous. It makes you think, if a big animal were coming at you, would you stand your ground or reconsider the risk? The creator behind the YouTube channel, Wild Bliss Bunny, is a solo adventurer who enjoys stealth camping in unusual locations. This time, she decided to camp overnight in an urban area, reminding us that nature can surprise us, even in the city.
It's the picnic table, and as you can see, we are now in this expansive ring of redwood trees that is in the middle of this urban environment where cars can walk by, people can walk by. So our mission now is going to be to find a little tucked away spot that we can set up and camp for the night. It's going to be a little bit crazy because there's the opening. People walk by all the time. So I'm hoping once the sun goes down, nobody's going to be around here. See, and there's...
She set up her tent and settled in, preparing her bedding for the night. However, just as she began to get comfortable, things started to feel a bit eerie.
My tent, I was about to get my bedding situated, but some dude, so there was this guy on the bike and he kept like doing circles around, and then he sat at the bench that I showed you earlier, the table, and then he like went and sat by a tree, and I was like, what is going on? And then I thought he left, and then he came and he said knock knock after I like set up my tent and everything, and I'm like, why are you knock knocking? You know, why are you circling around on your bike and like making it like you left? And then after I'm like here and get my stuff all situated and set up, come up and say knock knock in the dark, like he doesn't even have a light or anything. So way too sketchy, and I'm gonna have to abandon camp tonight because that is not the business right there. So darn, too bad. This was a cool spot, but no. That suitcase wasn't here before. Wonder if it's that guy.
One essential rule of camping is that if you find yourself at a campsite and someone approaches you, especially if you're a woman and a man comes up to your tent in the dark, it's wise to leave. You can never predict what might be going through someone's mind. Trusting her instincts, she decided to pack up her gear and abandon her camp. John and Ray, a couple from Seattle, WA, are full-time van lifers who travel across the United States with their dog, JJ, in their converted ProMaster van, affectionately named Rhodey. They share their adventures and tips for fellow van lifers on their YouTube channel, Nomadic Millennials. While their van life experience has been wonderful, they encountered a disturbing incident on March 25, 2019, in San Diego. Take a look for yourself.
So we were in our van like around 9 p.m. and we were just hanging out. Rachel was teaching some of her classes, and pretty much what happened is that we heard some loud noises which we thought were fireworks, because we've heard loud noises around this area before. There's a park area that we're next to, and that people like to come and hang out here at night, so that's what we thought it was. It was some fireworks, but it sounded really close to us. So when she was done teaching her class, I went outside and looked, and there's a bullet hole in freaking on the side of our van. And pretty much what happened is someone shot at our van while we were inside. I don't know if it was on purpose or an accident, or we were just in the crossfire, but we just wanted to let you guys know what's happening.
They examined the bullet's entry path and discovered it entered from the side, getting lodged after striking a strong internal section, and the path of the bullet indicated just how close it had come to their position.
So we were sitting back here where Rachel is now, and I was on the other side where all clothes are. And the reason the clothes are there right now is because this is where the shot penetrated in our van. It went all through this board here, which is a tough, heavy-duty board that our electrician installed for electrical components, and we found the bullet in this area here, and we didn't want to touch it obviously until the cops came and put that for. We never felt not safe here up until yesterday, which is the weird part. I mean, there's a lot of different factors that make us believe both ways that it was an accident, and there's a lot of different factors that make us believe that it wasn't. For example, there was multiple shots being fired, noises that we've heard, so to us it doesn't seem like it would just be like an accidental someone fired a shot accidentally.
Right, it just went off.
Right, that just went off. And then there's also factors the other way. We saw this group of individuals here in the parking lot for a while, and they were hanging out, it looked like, and then all of a sudden we heard the gunshots, and then they moved out. So that would be less likely if they came here specifically to do us harm, to be out there hanging around and then fire a shot. You would think that, especially because there were a lot of them, you would think that maybe one or two discreetly would come and go fast. So there's definitely different factors on both ends. We don't know what happened. We just want to give you guys the reality of the situation, what happened to us, and I mean, you guys can decide for yourselves whether you think this was intentional or not, because we don't really know. But we're gonna play it on the safe side and not stay here if that was a motive for them to do us harm.
They reflected on how close they were to being shot, as just a small difference in angle or entry point could have changed the outcome completely. This encounter highlights the reality of van life in public areas, where you are exposed to everything happening around you, even when you're not directly involved. Thankfully, John and Ray emerged from the situation unharmed. Felipe Paker is a Brazilian YouTube channel about fishing adventures where a group of friends travels to different rivers and lakes to catch big fish and enjoy the outdoors. However, during a camping trip by a river, things took an unexpected turn.
Não, ele atacou sim, Thiago. Atacou? Tá seguro, velho! Pulou! Primeiro tucunaré! Olha a quantidade de peixinho que tem aqui ao redor dele. Tá pegando com ele? Olha a quantidade de tucunarézinho que tá ao redor dessa fêmea aqui. Show de bola. Ô, peixe lindo. Show de bola, show de bola. Lindo. Levanta lá pra tela lá, na tua frente. Ô, peixe lindo. Parabéns, meu amigo. Tá maluco, vai lá, pá.
Luck was certainly on their side as they continued to catch fish, one after another. They became so absorbed in the moment that they lost track of time. Before they knew it, it had grown dark. So they decided to head back to their camp, and that was when the atmosphere shifted.
Eu ouvi o barulho pra cá, Thiago. Ali, brilhando. Brilhando ali o olho. Tá brilhando lá. É uma onça. É uma onça, uma onça. Vai lá, vai lá. É uma onça, vai lá. Caralho. É uma onça. Peraí, deixa eu sair daqui, senão eu vou cair. É uma onça. Alguma coisa tá fugindo dela. Pega até dois lá no acampamento, mano. Pra tua esquerda, Leandro. Caralho, não chega muito perto, mano. Bem aí, ó. Tava aí nesse clarão aí. Foca bem ali, Thiago. Eu vi um negócio ali no... Cuidado. Deu pra ver a silhueta. Deu pra ver, parecia um cachorro gigante. Leandro, puxa a porra pra fora. Tu viu que ela parou assim e olhou pra trás? Porra. Ela foi lá daquele lado ali, foi? Eu escutei barulho de água. Alguma coisa caindo na água. Eu tô achando que alguma coisa fugiu dela. Eu acho que alguma coisa que tá fugindo dela. Se seguir essa linha aqui, vai dar no acampamento, não dá?
They came face to face with a jaguar, and I must say, they were very lucky the animal wasn't in a predatory mood. Otherwise, we would have been telling a very different story. The jaguar stared at them for a moment before retreating into the forest. However, they weren't so sure if it was still lurking around, so they wasted no time driving to their campsite. Upon their arrival at the campsite, they thought they had experienced it all, but the terror of the night was far from over.
Nossa. E tá cada vez mais perto, tá ouvindo? Cada vez mais perto. Barulho de onça. A gente tá aqui em Laranjal do Jari, no acampamento. A gente começou a ouvir barulho de esturro de onça. A gente ouviu a primeira vez mais longe e agora a segunda vez mais perto. Mãe, ela tá se aproximando.
I won't blame them if they start to think the jaguar actually followed them, as the sound of the animal kept getting closer. Choosing safety, they decided to spend the night in their tent, which felt better than wandering through the forest with a predator whose location was unknown, especially in the dark when it's difficult to identify potential threats. Thankfully, the jaguar kept its distance, even though they could still hear its sounds from time to time. They managed to get some sleep, and by morning they made it out safely. In April 2026, Krikos, a content creator who considers herself a stubborn mind, ventured into the beautiful woods of Sweden. As she biked across the beautiful Arctic region, she found a good spot to set up camp and her bivy bag so she could pass the night, but something felt off.
I'm gonna stay here, and Ada comes here. I will lay next to Ada. We have a fire somewhere here. That's it. But first of all, we gotta go and collect some spruce branches because I'm gonna lay on those ones because they're really wet on the ground, so I don't get cold. It's funny how my survival instinct is kicking in so quickly when you're out here. Like every sound, I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Compare when I'm on a lake or an open field or something. It's not the same feeling there. I feel more safe. Fire is gonna be here. Oh, my hair tie. And then I arrange myself here. Yep, this is the bag where I will sleep tonight. It's a bivy cover for sleeping bag. So if it starts raining, this is great for.
What was meant to be a quiet evening camping in the woods quickly became unsettling for our stubborn mind.
Oh, it's so good. It's really weird sounds. I thought it was the wind first, but there's barely no wind here. Let's eat this. Okay, here's the thing. I can feel it in my guts. There's something with this place that doesn't feel right, and there's something is off here. So I'm gonna pack all my stuff and I'm gonna go back. I will talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm just gonna pack everything and go back. Oof. Oh.
It felt like she wasn't alone, as if someone or something was watching her. It could have been an animal, a person, or something else entirely, or even nothing at all. Her suspicion became heightened at the sound of some twigs snapping, and with much needed urgency, she packed her bags, hopped on her bike, and left the area. It was best to leave when she did, because in situations like this, the safest option is to walk away to avoid stories that tug at the heart. Our next video is from a channel that features machines and vehicles in action, especially in snow and rough terrain. Most clips are random and exciting, but one video from August 2nd, 2022 really stood out. Check it out.
Хороший, ну. Такой сожрет нахуй. Пизда зубы. Я зубы. Да убить уже.
The restless bear was trying to escape from the cage while the cautious hunters watched, aware that any mistake could be risky. The video ended abruptly, leaving viewers wondering what happened next and why the bear was trapped. The creator of the YouTube channel, The Cannums, enjoys camping outdoors. While most of his trips are uneventful, he sometimes encounters unexpected situations in the wild, which was what happened in this case.
Saying that, I just saw someone. Oh no, it's all them rams. I thought it was Labrador. Them rams have come back over there, just where that sun is. Must be their little spot for the night. Right, I think it's about time to put that hammock up, I think. Stuff it. If someone sees me, they see me, don't they? I'll just move on then.
He found a nice place to camp and enjoyed the calm of nature. However, when night came, the atmosphere changed from peaceful to uneasy.
I can hear something. I don't know what it is. If it's a badger or something snooping about. Really strange. Don't know what it is. I'm not liking the feeling of this place. Really spooky. I'll catch you in a bit. Alright guys, I've just finished all that bread. Wow, that's delicious. Just made myself a nice hot chocolate. Looking forward to that. Yeah, so spooky out. Keep hearing things. When I walked in here, I could hear a woman sort of talking in the bushes, and I sort of looked round and couldn't see no one. It's really weird. I just heard a big commotion right over there, probably 20 metres away. Don't know what it was. Just don't feel right.
He felt like someone was watching him. At first, he ignored it, but soon he became uneasy. He quickly packed his things and left. In situations like this, it's important to trust your instincts because you never know what could be lurking nearby. Mount Fuji is a stunning mountain in Japan, and at its base is Aokigahara, a forest known for its links to suicides. It's not unusual for hikers to find bodies there. In July 2017, a YouTuber from the channel Burbex was exploring the forest and discovered something very disturbing.
This is just the beginning of the forest. Let's keep moving, see if we can get a bit deeper. Yeah. I'm only a few meters away from the road right now, but I've already found an abandoned bike. It's actually a pretty nice bike. Let's take a look at it. I don't think it's been here a long time. What do we got in here? And there's a packet for a knife. Maybe somebody's going out into the woods to slash their wrists. See, there's lots of little caves under the forest floor. And a saucepan. The question is, if you were going to kill yourself with a saucepan, how would you do it? Maybe like that. Not a great way to find your dead body though, is it? Good saucepan though. I think I've just found some kind of note in a bag. It says 1211. I can't quite make out. I think this is somebody's name just here. And I'm not sure what this means. Maybe I should take that to the forester station later.
Burbex told the police about his discovery, which turned out to be belongings left by someone who had taken their own life. It's surprising that a simple hike could lead to such a find. Even with government measures to prevent these tragedies, people still go through with them. It's a sad reality that many people face, which is why it's so important to talk to someone when you're feeling depressed. Suicide should never be an option. When someone who is struggling reaches out for comfort, we should always have our hearts open to support them. We need to let them know that someone cares because you never know, you could be saving a life. Jamie is a guy who loves van camping and backpacking. He documents each of his adventures and uploads them for people to watch on his YouTube channel, Jamie Does Wild Backpacking. Most of his videos focus on the challenges of finding a safe place to camp for the night. In February 2025, he was trying to do just that, but unfortunately he found himself in a not-so-safe spot.
I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. I can hear all sorts of weird singing going on in those woods. I think I'm gonna cook my tea and fuck off.
Jamie described hearing strange singing coming from deep in the woods. Despite the unsettling sounds, he tried to ignore them and focus on his purpose for being there. At one point, he considered investigating the source of the disturbance, but the continuous rhythmic sound made him worry that he might encounter something he wasn't supposed to. He ultimately decided to remain in his van until morning. However, he soon realized that the sound wasn't the only thing he should be concerned about.
Just got out of the van to have a piss. What the fuck is that? There's a light in the bloody woods now. I'll tell you what, fuck this.
The light only confirmed that he might be in potential danger. Realizing that he could very well be watched by someone or something, he decided to leave the site that night, and he was grateful to have made it out unharmed. On September 15th, 2024, at a remote rural park-up in the United Kingdom, The creator of the YouTube channel Nemo's Camper Adventures was on a camping adventure. However, his adventure took an unexpected turn when, out of the blue, he was briefly interrupted.
Well, I was enjoying the peace and quiet until Chavs R Us have turned up. Looks like Chavs R Us are finally going. That's it. Take your hairdryer somewhere else. I'm trying to relax. The world's shittest dump.
The arrival of the group changed the atmosphere from one of isolation to a shared space almost instantly. However, just as quickly as they arrived, they left, restoring the peace of the area. Now that the surroundings were calm again, he settled in for the night, but the night brought its own disturbances for him.
Those little sods have now gone, and I'm hanging out of my backside. It is 1:20 in the morning, and I really need to go back to sleep, but I don't know. Chavs, I ate them.
Surprisingly, the same group returned, and this time they were so loud that they woke the creator from his sleep. He was curious and wanted to confront them, but at the same time, he was cautious. The first intrusion could have been a mere coincidence, but returning a second time and so late at night seemed suspicious. After a while, the group left again. The creator managed to fall back asleep that night, and by morning, he wasted no time in leaving. Situations like this remind us that in public, especially in isolated areas, you are never fully in control of what may show up and when. Jess is the creator of the YouTube channel Exploring Gems, where she shares her adventures in van life. She travels with her dog, Gem. Most of her trips are successful, but one memorable journey didn't turn out as expected. Let's explore that story.
Peace and silence. It felt like freedom. Sure, there was the usual trash scattered around. There always is, unfortunately. But other than that, it was perfect. Just me and Jem, completely alone. For a couple of days, it stayed that way. Only the occasional logging truck passed by, and then we'd go back to our quiet little world. But by the weekend, more people started showing up. On our way back from our hike earlier that day, 3 blacked out trucks came rumbling up the road. I stepped aside with Jem, gave a polite wave as they passed, and didn't think much of it. But that moment would end up leading to the scariest night I've ever had on the road. Evening, as the sun started to set, the same group started tearing up and down the road in their quads. Loud and obnoxious, yes, but harmless. At least at first. Jem and I ate dinner, locked up the van, and started settling in for the night. Around midnight, just as I started to drift off, 3 loud knocks right at my sliding door glass. Someone just came knocking on my door in the middle of the national forest, so. So not cool.
Jess instinctively reached for her phone, only to realize that the security cameras weren't plugged in. When she looked out through her small bunk window, she could see nothing. Whoever it was clearly had no respect for anyone's space or safety. Jess stayed still, watching and waiting to see if the person would return, but he didn't. Eventually, morning came, easing the tension at last, and she wasted no time packing her things to leave. Andrew is the creator of the YouTube channel One Rod, One Reel Fishing, where he explores remote fishing spots and shares his experiences. On May 4th, 2021, he and his friends went on a fishing trip that unexpectedly turned into a tense situation.
Well, the brown trout like rocks, and the salmon curl looks like a rock.
Wait, there's someone fishing over there. There's people fishing over there. No, this is serious.
Wait, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Look at that. Check this out, guys.
Huh?
Wait, where's Bald Eagle? Where's Bald Eagle?
Way in the distance.
Oh, way in the distance. Let's go check this out, guys. No, that is so. It's very anticlimactic for our send. I don't know. I don't think we can fish if they're there. I mean, we can wait a couple. I know, man. What are the freaking odds? There are the falls right there. The left side, 2 anglers are fishing it. And that was supposed to be the ultimate ending to this. I mean, we hiked literally, what, 4 miles?
At least, and this was the goal.
They were disappointed to find 2 strangers fishing at their desired spot, and because of this, they had to change their plans. What they didn't know was that the day would bring surprises.
Good, how are you? Having luck today?
Where are you guys coming in from?
Where do we come in from?
Parking lot way down there. What's that?
Where do we come in from, bro? We just parked.
Where'd you guys come in from?
I don't know exactly. I didn't drive. I don't know, man. Sorry.
Where'd you walk in?
We wait up the creek.
Where?
This creek? This creek's.
Explain to me exactly where.
Yeah, 4 miles downstream.
So all those no trespassing signs you walk past, they didn't mean anything?
Wait, what? No, which no trespassing signs?
This whole side's marked. And there's no way you walk from down there if you didn't go on my road that has no trespassing signs on the road as well. Otherwise you swam across the big pool. Huh? You can't? Go ahead, show me, let's walk. You guys know you're on my property and you're playing games with me and pissing me off. Which road? Did you come in on the state land, the state parking lot? Were you trespassing something? What was the name of the parking lot? You can get out of here. Look, you guys know you're playing games, so just be truthful with me and then I don't send this to DEC. I just want your license so I have it on record. If I catch it on any of my cameras again, then I will send you.
I'm not trying to play games with you, sir. Had I known it was your property, then we would have left. And now that you're telling us, we won't come back.
Show me where you walk, and I'll show you the.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you the no trespassing.
Sure thing. No problem. Let's go. No problem, sir.
You might assume that the man would let go once Andrew and his friends chose to leave, but that was not the case.
How did you get here? You told me you parked on the state land. There's no way this way on the state land you didn't get to this spot. You got to this spot without swimming, and you're not wet. We were waiting in the river. Do you want to walk down? It's not that way. That's all my property. I'm walking in the woods. It might be easier. So great. You're on. If you are publicly on property that is not yours, I have a right to ask for your identification. Otherwise, I promise you, with my motorcycles and all the boys up there, we're going to get to your car before you. We're going to take a picture of every license plate, and I'm going to have your picture that can tie to your license and your driver's license.
We parked past and parked in a parking lot right there, and it did say.
Then you went through a gate, correct?
No, there's no gate. There's no gate.
First of all, I'm not comfortable with the way you're talking to us. I'm not comfortable with the way you're talking to me. Stand on my property. You're being very aggressive. So, what we're gonna do? It's my property. We had no idea. You know you're not on the right property. Do you own any property in here? Because I own from all the way down there until all the way up there. Great. You know what we can do? We can go. I'll have the rest of my crew call the DEC. I'll meet Ranger Jim here with you guys, and you can get formally cited if that's what you'd like. We're gonna leave, and we apologize, okay? Great, so when I asked you where you parked, why are you lying to me? Because why do I want to tell you where I parked? You seem like a dangerous individual. Oh, stop with your dangerous millennial crap. Right now, you're on my property, and if you parked up there, you went through a combo gate that you either had a key to, or you stole my combination.
All right, let me, I'll handle.
So start telling the truth instead of playing games with me. And you can post it wherever you want. Yeah. I don't care.
Sir, we literally came, we're 4 miles from the parking lot. 4 miles, we came through.
Show it to me on your GPS.
There's no, there's no connection here.
I got mine.
Okay, show me yours.
Yeah, but no, we don't want to tell you where our car is because it seems like...
Stop. You're on my property. I can have you arrested for being on my property.
We're not trying
and you're
to
playing a game with me, which you shouldn't be doing. If you just answered me honestly from the beginning, when I simply asked you, where did you park?
Why do I want to tell you where I parked? We were honest.
When you're standing on my property, and then you're hiking up into my property. That's not along the river. And for the record, I own to the midpoint of the river. You're walking up onto my roads, and you can get that all on your little recording right there, as I'm doing as well. Right? I know it's on, and he's got the GoPro. I'm not an idiot. I may be older than you, but I'm not dumb.
No, this is just silly.
And how many times? What's silly? You're standing on my property, and you're giving me an attitude.
I'd hope that you can enjoy your fishing. We can kindly leave. We made a mistake. We didn't know it was your property.
Great. Give me your name.
So we're going to leave. Why do I want to give you my name?
Because you're standing on private property.
It seems like you're going to do something.
Yeah, I'm going to turn you in because you're giving me an attitude. Him, I'm not. He's standing on the road, there's signs on the road. Yeah, and for him to be where he's standing, you had to walk on my roads, and you know it.
The road that we...
appreciate you being polite right now.
Yeah.
I'll put the phone away, right? Phone's off.
Yeah.
Right?
I appreciate that.
If he's lying to me and playing games and saying, hey, Billy, get out of here, it's bull. And we both know it, right?
Yeah.
If you're on somebody else's property, just be polite. And I would say, hey, guys, you're on my property.
That's fair.
That site's public.
All right, we're about to go, bro. I mean, we're cool. So we're not going to come back here, and we apologize.
You can. Just look at the maps.
Okay.
You're crystal clear where you are.
Gotcha.
But you're standing, obviously.
Yeah.
Andrew and his friends chose to de-escalate the situation by leaving the property, even though the man insisted that their explanation was nonsensical.
All right, guys. So that was a bit of a mess. We're going to try to break it down here, but basically that guy claims that we walked across the driveway through a gate to get down there, which we did nothing. Nothing of the sort. We parked in a public parking lot, completely public. And because I know some of you guys are gonna be asking, public parking lot, and here's the sign. There is nothing here that's posted. As you can see, the sign is, I guess, blocked out for whatever reason. The only thing that's interesting is it does appear that people have been using it for some shooting practice. And we walked either down by the bank or we went full send and hiked up mountains and stuff, and we're on this trail right here where it's literally marked. It's literally a marked trail.
Totally public here. And the area that we went through, we were wading up the river the entire time, and we just happened to scale a cliff and continue onward.
Yeah.
And once we got up to him, there were posted signs on the land, but we were fishing the river. So honestly, we parked in a public lot, we were fishing a public river, we waded up the river.
Yeah.
It seemed a little illegitimate, and that's why I wasn't willing to give that guy any information.
Yeah.
It's just, he came across a little bit aggressive, he was scaring me a little bit, and my first instinct was, all right, pretty much run.
In such a remote location, far from immediate assistance, any confrontation could have rapidly escalated into a more serious situation. Fortunately, that wasn't what happened, and everyone walked away unharmed. Matty is a guy who lives in a van and shares his adventures on his YouTube channel, Matty Van Halen. In one memorable episode, he and his friends decided to camp in a remote desert spot. As the sun began to set, something unexpected happened that made this trip an unforgettable one.
This guy coming back here in this pickup truck, this guy is a problem. This guy's dangerous. I don't know what his problem is, if he's drunk or high. If you would have saw what he just did, I couldn't grab the camera in time, but all of the dust, he came right in front of our campsite, started doing donuts for a good 1 solid minute, and then drove away. Here, there he is. Black pickup truck. Yeah, this guy's up to something. What? He's coming up here. Oh, man, Chocolate Man's out there confronting him. I got to get out here and see what's going on. I couldn't even get out of the van because it was too dusty.
Was that necessary? There's a lot of people out here. Okay, do what you want, bro. Nah, go ahead. Do what you want, bro. Do what you want. Do what you want. Have a good time.
Man, all you got to do is just leave.
Not really, but you keep moving.
Just go.
The man's behavior suggested he was indifferent to the campers in the area. However, when they attempted to confront him, the situation quickly escalated.
All right, so I thought I had the video going, but all I got was a picture. So he went and got his crew, and they all came back, started swarming us. So bad stuff's about to go down. All right, we had to leave. They acting like they got guns, so I don't want to die. There's a chocolate man in front of me. Ron and Mark's right behind me. And we found another spot on Overlander. I know it's loud in here. This road is really washboard. So we all had to pack up pretty quick and go. The guy came back in another vehicle. So it's at least 3 of them. I know it's 4 of us, but we don't have guns. So I don't want to get all shot up. And this is not the first time this has happened.
They successfully escaped the situation and avoided any danger by simply relocating. This is exactly what you should do when you feel threatened. Even if you have a means of protection, it's not worth the risk, as one party could end up getting hurt. The challenge of van camping is that each day you need to find a safe location to camp for the night. This can sometimes be dangerous, even in the most remote areas. Alex Chacon, known for his adventures in tough places, documented a jungle trip near the Guyana-Venezuela border on April 3rd, 2023. He and his group went camping and hiking.
Alright, good morning. Welcome to day 3 out here in the jungle. And this is where we slept last night. A bunch of hammocks everywhere. Everyone's having breakfast. It's actually a mosquito net for the mosquitoes on a hammock, which is pretty cool. So luckily nothing was stuck in there. They basically give you a blanket. You gotta wear a jacket, long pants, and socks. Otherwise it gets very, very cold. I was kind of smart and I actually hung up my backpack and my shoes because it rained last night quite heavily. So I want to make sure my shoes don't get 1, bugs and insects in them, and 2, don't get wet while it rains. What a little home for us looks like. Anyway, today's plan is to go hit the waterfall, do some hiking again, continue exploring this very remote.
After a long day of hiking, the group arrived at a river but found that their boat hadn't come. They decided to use an old wooden boat they found on the shore. The crossing started okay, but halfway through, the weather changed and trouble began.
Oh no! Paddle back. Go.
Okay, this is real. I have to jump out and swim. Fuck my life.
Are you okay? Holy.
What started as a normal river crossing became a dangerous ordeal. After the incident, they realized how close they were to a huge waterfall. If the current had taken them a bit further, they wouldn't have survived. Though they were soaked and drenched, they were grateful to have made it out alive. On a quiet evening, a man was peacefully dozing on his porch, relishing the gentle breeze and the calming sounds of nature around him. Just as he felt himself sinking into a deep slumber, something unexpected occurred, jolting him back to reality. Take a look. The man was shocked but relieved when the animal suddenly ran away, leaving him unharmed. The footage of the incident led some viewers to wonder if it was AI generated, but we can't be sure. However, this encounter reminds us to always be aware of our surroundings. While the man was safe, others may not be so lucky. Cumberland Outdoorsman is a skilled hunter, familiar with the forest's animal calls. One Saturday during hunting season, he encountered something that challenged his understanding of the woods.
Folks, I just spotted another squirrel up there, but I'm hearing some really weird howling noises right up over here. I think it's a coyote. You're out here in the woods and everything gets quiet. You hear all kinds of weird noises. I'll tell you what. Sounds like it moved. There, you hear it. Don't know what in the world that is. That sounds weird. I don't know what. I thought it was a coyote, but I'm not real sure. You can hear it. I think you can hear it. I hope the camera's picking that up. Well, folks, whatever that is, it was howling a while ago. It started up again. I don't know what it is. Sounds like there's some coyotes, but there's something else.
He left not out of fear, but because staying felt unwise without knowing what he was facing. While many suggested explanations for the sound, no one could identify what he encountered that evening. In April 2026, Krikos, a content creator who describes herself as stubborn mind, biked through the beautiful woods of Sweden. She found a nice place to camp for the night in her bivy bag, but something felt wrong.
I'm gonna stay here, and Eira comes here. I will lay next to Eira. We have a fire somewhere here. That's it. But first of all, we gotta go and collect some spruce branches because I'm gonna lay on those ones because they're really wet on the ground, so I don't get cold. It's funny how my survival instinct is kicking in so quickly when you're out here. Like every sound, I'm like ooh, ooh, ooh. Compare when I'm on a lake or an open field or something, it's not the same feeling there. I feel more safe. Fire is gonna be here. Oh, my hair tie. And then I arrange myself here. Yep. This is the bag where I will sleep tonight. It's a bivy cover for sleeping bag. So if it starts raining...
What was supposed to be a peaceful evening camping in the woods turned into something unsettling for our stubborn mind.
Oh, it's so good. It's really weird sounds. I thought it was the wind first, but there's barely no wind here. Let's eat this. Okay, here's the thing. I can feel it in my guts. There's something with this place that doesn't feel right, and there's something is off here. So I'm gonna pack all my stuff and I'm gonna go back. And I will talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm just gonna pack everything and go back. Oof. Oh.
She felt like she wasn't alone, as if someone or something was watching her. When she heard twigs snapping, her suspicion grew. Urgently, she packed her bags, got on her bike, and left the area. It was better to leave before things got too intense and ended up being a sad story. Mimi is a woman who loves nature and left her life in North Carolina to travel in a camper van, exploring and camping every day. While in the wilderness, she experiences unusual moments, like when she visited a remote campsite deep in the forest, away from civilization.
don't know why I'm so freaked out. I feel like, what if it's a driveway or something? And I'm gonna keep going, but... Okay, so now I'm at the part where you can't see where you came from. And you can't see where you're going. Okay, so I've already walked about a quarter mile. Getting pretty deep in the forest with no signal. I'm gonna go around this bend, and if there's nothing, I'm gonna turn around. Those are my shoe prints. And they're pretty fresh. They're pretty fresh.
I have to say, she was truly enjoying one of the best times of her life, but this joy was soon about to be interrupted.
How you doing?
I'm a little lost, and I'm hoping maybe you can kind of help me.
Yeah, what's up?
So my kid he's 20, but he was hiking around the Linville Gorge, and this is telling me to turn here and go obviously through that gated area, which doesn't look like a thing.
Yeah, no.
To get to his pin. He pinned me there.
Okay, well I'm assuming you did a trail, right? Like a marked trail.
Yeah, but he said he was like on the side of a road and he's throwing up. And he's like, come get me. I just drove from Raleigh.
Oh, dang.
In my work clothes.
Oh my gosh, so you really are?
Yeah, I was like, I'll be right there.
Oh God, yeah, that's far. Okay.
Do you have
I guess he doesn't know anyone out this way that would have something.
No, he traveled up here by himself.
Oh.
He thought he'd be all like crazy.
Well, we've got quite the situation. Apparently down that road that I was just walking down, about 2.5 miles, her son is very sick and needs her to come get him, but she can't get past the gate. And there's no other entrance way, because I just hooked up my Starlink to see. There's no other way down there than through that gate, which is very locked. So she's calling 911 now to see if they can come help. Okay, I see what the problem was. I should have been using that. The wood that was here was obviously very wet. It wasn't me, it was the wood.
You don't make cool. You really don't miss that. We're gonna have a bunch of rescuers coming in.
Is that your son? So where do you want me to move? Okay.
How far is the
river, about on the service road? On the map says walk pit, so there's going to be the new walk pit that he's on, probably about 2 miles total in from the gate.
Didn't know.
All right, EMS and emergency services are coming out. They're gonna go get him. He's about 3 miles down the road. Well, we're thinking this guy has the key to unlock the gate, so realistically, you wouldn't need EMS services because she can go get him, but this guy's apparently really sick down there. She said he's not one to complain. He's been hiking for maybe 2 days. And he was going to set up camp about 2 more miles down, but then he started getting real sick and throwing up a lot. And he called his mom all the way from Raleigh. She drove a little over 4 hours to get here. She's still in her work clothes. So I told her to sit with me at the fire to stay warm at least, but she's so nervous. I understand why. I mean, my gosh. This night's about to get a little bit crazy up in here. All the campsites to pick. I mean, that's wild. I hope he's okay.
Mimi tried to escape civilization, but it still caught up with her. Luckily, the woman's son was found. This shows how important it is to let someone know where you are when hiking or camping. Although this wasn't a scary experience, it disrupted the peace Mimi wanted. Campion is a YouTube creator who makes adventure and survival videos in remote places. In November 2025, he went on a routine camping trip but encountered a surprise in the woods. What started as a successful camp setup in a beautiful and serene open field soon turned into a disaster for Campion after sunset. The power bank he brought as an alternative power source exploded in the tent, and the fire quickly spread due to the kerosene he had with him. Campion rushed to his car to get water and was able to extinguish the flames, but not before they had destroyed his tent. Fortunately, he did not suffer any injuries from the fire, but witnessing his hard-built tent reduced to ashes must have been heartbreaking. Hopefully this incident serves as a reminder that one can never be too careful. Jenna has a YouTube channel called Jenna Alexis, where she shares her enjoyable camping trips. Typically, her videos are relaxing and fun, but during her bushcraft camping trip in Crownland, things changed unexpectedly.
So I'm out here on Crown Land and I'm gonna do a little bit of a bushcraft camp out today. I have my backpack with my sleeping kit and my cooking kit. I have my tarp and some pegs, and I have the forest all to myself. I brought my buddy Herb with me to keep me company. You might remember Herb from our bike tour on the Icefields Parkway. He's gonna be keeping me company while I'm out here alone in the woods. The river's definitely not frozen yet, so I'm walking over these logs to get across because there's a couple dead trees over there that I'm looking at taking down. Got a nice standing dead tree right here.
She built her shelter and planned to relax for the day. But then a man in an SUV showed up and kept staring at her. At first, she thought he was another camper, but his repeated visits made her uncomfortable. Feeling uneasy, she decided to pack up and leave the woods.
I'm not even taking the time to pack up nicely because I just want to get out of here. Okay, goodbye to the campsite that once almost was. I don't think I left anything. Barely got everything in my bag because I didn't like fold everything properly. I'm just trying to get out of here. I have half my stuff in my food bag. It's gonna be okay. He's not here right now. Like, this is where he pulled out to, and he literally took a look at me and turned around and pulled out. But I know it was the same car. It was like a white SUV with a bag over the back of his window, and he turned around and I saw that same bag. So yeah, I'm fucking out of here. Even if that guy didn't mean any harm and he was just trying to camp here, I don't like when somebody knows where I'm camping when I'm by myself. Like, I want to be hidden and unseen, and I don't want some man to know that I'm alone in the woods. I'm coming back to my van. Okay. Back of the van. That was a mad dash. Luckily it's not dark out just yet, so I'm gonna head home. I don't like driving in the dark, but like, even in the van, I don't really want to sleep out here.
Her instincts were screaming that something was off about the man, and she trusted them enough to walk away. In hindsight, she definitely made the right choice by leaving. Who knows what could have happened if she had stayed there for the night. It's always better to be safe than sorry. If you enjoyed this video, which I know you did, subscribe, like, share, and watch the next one.